As soon as they could get off Kick, all the streamers were like, well, see you later, bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna go kick it on a good streaming platform. Bye.
I'm gonna go not be on a site that's gonna have horrible media coverage because they're big into gambling and allowing whatever they want.
Yeah, and also like nobody watches Kick and no one cares about it, so no one's gonna.
I mean, Aiden Ross does still get like or like not millions, but like a big streams on Kick.
But like, who even is that? So like, you know,
He's what?
Hey folks, how is everyone doing today? We are back with another episode of Midnight on the Rift. We are on to episode whatever we're on, who cares? It's a fun one. We're here to talk about some League. Who plays League of Legends here always?
Yes, sir.
Anyone here? Anyone play League?
I don't.
Oh, he doesn't play League.
I mean, occasionally I'll play some League of Legends.
I provide food to the general public in League by feeding them.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Sure, you do everybody a service except for us
I was gonna say, except for
because you were on your team.
Yeah. Maybe
No,
be the
I feed them. They get a killing spree, and then you get the shutdown
No.
gold, and I feed
No,
them.
we
lose.
didn't- the issue is
That is
no. Maybe it is our fault. We just need to play more Viego so that way we can benefit from the enemy being really fed. It's kind of like back in the day when you would play like against a Veigar or as a Veigar, and then they'd have like a really fed mage, and you just one shot them because you would ult them, and then they changed that, and now it doesn't work like that. But same shit.
I understand.
But yeah, it's maybe it's our fault.
Maybe it could be not though.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards that one actually.
Yeah,
I blame our friend Billiam. He encourages it.
I don't think he does.
he doesn't
actually.
at all in the slightest. Actually,
Uh-huh.
there is no scapegoat you may have here, sir.
What do you mean?
You feed.
I
You int.
don't feed. No.
You just said you did.
I
You just admitted
counterbalance
to it.
them. I said I provide. Shit, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Damn it.
Nope,
I was
argument's
I
over.
didn't use the word feed, but I did.
It has fallen on his
Sure.
face.
This man is
Too
digging.
late, you fucking
Hey, if our friend
idiots.
Billiam didn't do the opposite of feeding them, I am the yin to his yang. Okay, he's like no
He
food for
doesn't-
you besides plants, and then I run it in to feed them. They need.
That
I give
doesn't-
them their
that's not
protein.
good, though. But we don't
Yeah,
need
but-
you to do that.
But he's got a completely different issue. He never dies and then does a lot of damage, but it's all meaningless damage somehow, and then we still lose the game off of it. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
and then the ARAM is exactly like 4.5 hours long for no reason.
No,
and
there's-
just
well, there's
stuff
reasons.
for eternity.
One of them is because you int, but you know.
No, because if I fed them, they would just curb stomp us.
yeah.
But you do feed them, and they do curb stomp us.
This
Yeah,
first
but
10
they're
minutes
there
of the
for 4
podcast
hours,
has
they're
been
there for
brought to
4
you by
minutes.
inting. It's apparently something Lucas does, and we're never going to shut up about it every fucking episode.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to get him banned for it for years, but Riot seems to not fucking.
I've never been
respect my
banned.
reports.
Never been banned.
Remember when we tried to get...
Because we don't
I got a warning once.
for inting. Like that's the only reason. If you were playing with regular people who were not in your call, they would report you every game.
Yeah.
Did he clip out for everyone else?
Probably.
Remember when we tried to get Billiam while we were talking about it? We started like fake reporting him after games. He'd be like, ah shit, everyone reported. We tell everyone in the lobby to do it. It's like, no, I don't want to get banned. I can't get banned. I'm already toxic when I do play on my own, so I don't want to get banned when I play with you guys.
Yeah, that is really funny.
Good times. He had that one Smurf account that he made. Okay, well he's got a lot of random Smurf
Well,
accounts.
he has a billion.
he had-
Smurfs
yes, he
accounts,
does.
yeah.
He has a Billiam Smurf accounts. Oh, get it? It's a fucking
Damn,
pun. Anyway,
crazy.
so he's got one where he was trying to get all the way down to Iron 4. And he's all right at the game. He can get to gold if he tries. But he was trying to get to Iron 4, which is really, really hard to do if you're not complete shit at League. Because you just don't know how to play properly to do that badly to lose those games without looking like a complete inter and just getting banned. And that's the real trick to not get banned.
I'm an Iron 4.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
Are you
It all
I
lines
also
up,
plays
yeah.
flat before, so
It's-
there's a mixture.
The issue though is that you just didn't play ranked for multiple years. So Riot did this shit where they kind of just like hard reset everybody's rank to just ridiculously low at a season. Like I think this season has started me out from like bronze 4 or some shit like that. And I was like, no, I've gotten gold like almost every season. And I got up to gold again, but they just like putting people really, really low because they want to like force you to play more ranked games than you really want to play.
Yep.
Because it keeps your MMR. But yeah, he was
I just
issue
enjoy it.
his issue he had he was trying to do nothing, and he would play Soraka, but Soraka would do he'd play Janna, but just putting a shield on anyone would do too much just on its own. And it was too obvious when you put like tornadoes backwards every single time. So he played like Soraka and he would like barely miss skill shots and stuff like that. He'd be like, oh no, shit, I hit the Q over there. And he would like sometimes use 1W in a fight, but like very rarely. And then he would always like, whenever the person would die, right after they die, he'd use the ult. He'd be like, man, I almost healed them. Shit, it was close.
Almost had it, guys. Damn, we tried.
So he did that for a while, and then I think he just got bored because even with it, like despite his best efforts, his team would still fucking win because he'd just get like that random Yi that would just like still 1v9, and he'd be like, dude, I'm trying to lose. There needs to be a summoner spell that fucks over your team. That's what they need. That would have helped him out.
No,
that doesn't actually need to be, but in this specific circumstance,
okay, yeah,
it would
you should
help
play
him.
Anivia. You should just play Anivia and then wall his teammates into death. Stop the recalls.
Trundle,
all that shit.
Dude, Trundle's bad. You max fucking pillar plus CDR.
No. Anivia's worse. You max wall first.
That doesn't get short
You
enough
just
though?
block your team. No, but it gets the wall itself gets wider.
No,
you can block like a whole lane.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, you block all the minions
trap your team in Baron
for an
and watch
hour
them die.
straight, and then you launch them all at the
Dude,
enemy.
I
like
remember that video. Yeah, the Heimerdinger Anivia where they just kept 30 minutes worth of minions on their base and then just unleashed it.
That was old Rift 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a classic.
But then I saw a video. It was a failed attempt at it. They tried to do it, but the enemy team had a Nunu, so he just walked up and ulted and killed every single minion.
I think I do remember seeing that one
It
too.
went straight to 18 or something.
And it's just he just like immediately leveled up to 18, like got 40k gold or some shit. It was just like it was really funny.
Yep.
I actually saw an interesting clip. It was a big brain play. So
it wasn't for one
enemy
of us.
team's doing Baron. No.
Okay.
Enemy team's doing Baron. Mordekaiser comes up and ults the Nunu. So the Nunu's like running around, but the ult where he ulted him in the river so that he could. The pit was still in the Mordekaiser ultimate, so he waited for his E to go down, and then he ran to where the enemy team was doing Baron and started channeling his ultimate in the Mordekaiser ultimate, and then he came out of the Mordekaiser ultimate, full charge Nunu ultimate, and just like wiped the enemy team.
It's fucking
I also
awesome.
killed the Baron because that shit hurts like a fucking train.
It does hit like a truck.
I remember my first time getting introduced to Nunu as a champion. I was like the very beginning of League. I'm like walking by the specials, like, why am I suddenly so slow? My friend goes, I was like, what do you mean? And I died. And Nunu walked out the bush. I was like, understood. I now hate this game so much. And then it was just a game of like, is the Nunu in the bush? Because this Nunu was also just super fed, so it was very painful in early League.
Our old,
It's like, oh, this snowball's about to hit me for 85% of my health. Run away.
Yeah.
We had an old friend that we used to play with that also used to play a shit ton of AP Nunu. And he would do that all the time. It's like, you do that in the bush, and it's like, oh, I didn't kill you. I'm just going to throw the snowball at you now, and you're dead.
Yep.
And that's like he would play the entire game around just getting like a multi-man bush ultimate. And we were a lot worse at the game back then, so people fell for it a lot more often, so it was more fun.
Yeah,
that's
the
like
general skill level was lower.
Yeah, that's like what
Man,
like,
I remember
you had
when
that one friend that's like, insects are really cool, man. And now it's like this guy in bronze 5 can do it in his sleep, and it's like, fuck.
Did you not know how to insect in your
I'm
first
just
game? Ooh, yeah, you should probably just quit.
Damn. Yeah, you should never play
that's
League
What do you
again,
remember,
honestly.
Cal?
I was going to talk about that. I was like, yeah, ward hopping back in the day was like the most advanced tech, and now if you can't ward hop, you're an Iron player.
Wait, you were actually going to talk about the same thing he was saying?
Yeah,
That's-
I was.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
like
kinda crazy.
Lee
What the
Sin
hell?
used to be the
You guys got
pinnacle
that?
of like challenge mode, and now Lee Sin's like a middle of the tier, like difficulty champion quotation marks. 'Cause there's, like, other weird wild shit.
highly disagree, but you know.
I would
Issues.
say, real fast before we lose it, you guys are mind melding right now. Quick, think of the same
Mind
thing.
meld.
Ready? Okay, I'll count
Okay,
to 3.
no, we're going to name a champion.
Dan,
We're going to name
champion.
a champion.
I'm like, count on go. You're going to say the champion, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh,
Yorick.
Oh,
Damn.
basically the same champion.
Well-
Callum and I were close.
Well, guys,
off in
it
New
was a
York.
good episode. We clearly have no
Yeah,
synergy.
that's it. Well,
It's over.
time to end
No
it.
Skinergy.
It's all
Sorry.
over.
Oh my god.
All right, so if you don't think that, I mean, you obviously think Lee Sin's still a pretty complicated champion, Rylan. Who do you think is an easy champion then, by comparison, huh?
An easy champion.
Wait, what's
in
the
League of
easiest
Legends.
champion in the game? Let's start with that.
Are we talking- I mean, realistically, it's Yumi. It's by far Yumi. You don't have to understand positioning
you can still miss
as
skill
much.
shots, though.
You can still miss skill shots, sure, but you don't have to understand like positioning and like positioning yourself in a lane. Now, good Yumi players do, good Yuumi players will actually hop off and properly do things. Bad Yuumi players will just sit on their ADC and just do nothing.
And an AFK check will pop up on the screen a few times. They'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Move my mouse a little.
Like,
I am gonna offer a different champion that I think is even easier. Fucking Garen.
Garen, yeah.
Garen,
that's
hit
good
Q, walk up, silence them, hit E, R. There's nothing to it. You just
Yeah.
very
You're not wrong.
simple. I mean, it's a very simple kit of
Yeah.
4 abilities that do four very obvious specific things, and it's very noticeable when to use them.
Yeah.
And no mana to
even-
deal with, no resources.
Honestly,
I would.
I'd even consider someone like Jax also be pretty easy as well.
I'd
Ultimate's,
say.
Ultimate's just a passive. You use it right before a fight. E, press W, Q, stun them with E, and if you don't want to fight, walk away. Or if you do, you just click them.
I'd say he's a bit harder because he's not.
definitely harder than Garen.
He's not
but-
insanely tanky. He is a bruiser, so like if you go in at the wrong time, you still can die. Garen, you have a lot more bullshit you can get away with.
But also
Going
with Jax, like you got to play around your 3-hit passive. You want to maximize your E damage by blocking enough stuff before you pop your E.
So make sure you stay in combat to
Understanding,
keep your
like-
actual passive up.
Yeah, your Q is your engage, but also your escape. So you have to figure out when to use which.
There's some stuff.
It's still simple in the grand scheme of things, but
I'd put.
I'd say
I'll
yeah,
throw-
Yuumi Garen's pretty good.
I'll throw Janna in there. She's definitely not like she has some mechanics you can do, but like overall, it's not that much. You have a point and click W.
Yeah.
You just
I
shield
will say-
somebody in a fight. Your tornado, like that's probably the hardest.
How many
one.
Jannas have you played with that can't hit a tornado, and it is the most abysmal dog shit support to have in your lane?
I'm still okay with it. I'll be honest. Even if they're not doing much, as long as they sometimes throw down shields and W's, it's still fine. It's better than some other supports where you're actually insing or whatever because you're just fucking up the plays constantly. Janna was the very first support I ever played by someone who's just like, you're playing support, play Janna. And I just did fine in that game. And I was like, oh, I know this isn't that hard.
Yeah.
And I played her for a few games and then I was like, oh, okay, well, easy way to start League. This is after my first game before that thing was a Jinx game and I super duper ran it down. Fuck you, Xin Zhao. I did the our one friend strat where you just stay in the lane the entire lane and you just run down as Jinx over and over
Yep.
and then you just die.
Oh yeah, bro.
You can't give them my playbook, Josh.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so Janna, I'd say is pretty simple.
I'll accept it. I disagree slightly, but I'll
Well,
let it
I was
go.
gonna put an ADC in there, but that's a trick question because I wouldn't say there's a single ADC that's actually like as easy as any of these, just because of how just you have to. No matter which one you play, you have to do some sort of level of positioning and like not be completely dumb.
Yeah.
The best choice would be like either Tristana or maybe Ashe, and even then you still like have to like.
Ash,
Every-
you still have to understand
every
skill
role
shots
needs
and-
Yeah, but
to deal with positioning.
some
Like, I mean, if you're playing Janna and you're playing too far forward and you insta die, it's the same level of bad as an ADC doing it.
Yeah, but you don't have to stay forward is the thing. Like anytime it's like a mage or like a burst thing, you can go up, do your shit, and you walk out. Like if you do it at the wrong
Yeah.
time and get bursted, sure, whatever. But AD carry, you always have to stay in that range if you really want to be helping. And like if you're not gonna do anything. Like yeah, you can maybe survive, but you're like not providing anything to help. At least with some of these other champions, you can still like sort of help by doing
Yeah,
a little bit.
understandable.
Yeah. So that's why I
I do
wouldn't
think
put any in
every
there.
role needs.
But yeah, if
I
you're-
mean, Ashe is a pretty simple ADC.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just slow people with
I'd
auto
still
attacks.
pick like
Your
Ashe.
W is
It'd be either Ashe,
impossible
Sivir, or
to miss.
Trist would be the three you would pick if you're like completely new to the role, I would say. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
Honestly,
maybe
it's-
Caitlyn might be. I would give Caitlyn above Tristana and Sivir because both of those you need to
Yeah.
actually like Sivir. You need to know what to block with your spell shield,
no, you don't.
and like, I mean, you do, but and then Tristana with the whole thing about buffering her W to dodge skill shots and shit. Like she has some more like higher echelon stuff in her kit than like someone like. I mean, there's the crazy Caitlyn tech you can do where if you fucking click fast enough, you can like E and then get an
Double
auto
trap
on a
and that
trap
triple
in
headshot
between
someone.
your fucking
Yeah.
But
I don't actually completely fully hate Caitlyn because even if you're really, really new and bad at the game, you can just use your Q to clear most of the wave the whole time and just kind of farm under tower forever and then sort of help later in the fights. You can always throw out your ult
And then-
free and stuff.
yeah,
So
somebody low.
I don't
put
think it's a
ultimate
terrible
on.
idea. I think she's a good example of a low skill floor, but a pretty decent skill ceiling. Not a super high,
Yes.
but I'd say like medium high skill ceiling.
Yeah, there's some intricacies to her kit and understanding of positioning, but like She doesn't have like her most bread and butter combo is really you just hit the E and Q button and then you auto attack.
You know,
and, like,
actually, here, you guys keep going. There's been an interesting fucking post that's been going around the ADC subreddit lately. That's been every single day. It's like it's a 4x4 list, and it's like
yeah,
easiest to play, most annoying to play again. It's got like combos, and it's like let me try to find out while you guys go.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Okay. Easiest jungler now.
No, I was gonna say like easiest champion I think to play is Trundle.
Trundle is pretty simple. He just does kind of
he's-
smash phase.
He's definitely simple, but he's one of those junglers that there are techs you can do with Trundle that like you have to properly know where to place the pillar down that will actually block someone from walking away instead of just letting them walk around. You can cancel a lot of abilities with his pillar. There's the intricacies of putting your W down so you actually get a bunch more healing versus just putting it down for like a movement speed buff instead. He's definitely still on that level of like, oh yeah, me hit thing, me press Q, me chomp.
Yeah, I still put him
the
pretty
enemy
easy.
tank.
I think he'd
The
like
alt enemy tank. He lose all resistance.
I think he'd be a little bit sort of like Caitlyn, but maybe a little bit lower of a high end.
Yes,
Yeah.
But I think his entry level is probably pretty good, pretty easy.
Yeah. I'm also thinking like old school Trundle too, back before they reworked them. I kind of miss the old reworks. I wish
Did they really change much?
I don't really remember.
Yeah, when did they
his
rework
W used
I
to be freaking massive and you used to get a bunch of tenacity.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it was like a
I
minor
enjoyed
rework,
it. So
okay.
he was very head empty
If they
because like
did
they really didn't even care about like stuns. I think it like wasn't it like max rank you get like
Brother, I
30,
do not.
35%
They did
I don't
not
remember.
change Trundle enough for me to have remembered.
Yeah, if
what
they
he was
changed something, it's something
beforehand.
very like minor like that, where it's just like they added or got rid of. Like it's like they probably, if they had that, it's probably they got rid of it at the same time they got rid of all the silences on the assassins. That seems like around the time they would have gotten rid of that kind of mechanic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I miss old Talon, man. Sorry, that just reminded me.
I do
Talon
miss old
was
Talon.
fun.
I agree.
I miss old Talon's
I
E.
liked getting Ghostblade, Mobies, activating your ultimate and Ghostblading, and then literally appearing behind the AD carry when they had no ability of knowing you're there, and you just one-shot them, and it was the most hilarious shit. And then you're
I
like,
miss
well,
the assassin
So
meta.
they're silenced for that
My
quarter
job
second
is
while all the
here's
damage
done.
is hitting them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Bring back assassin meta so I can thrive as a mid laner again, please.
bring back assassin meta
That's
so
all I
I can
want.
have a real reason to not want to play League of Legends anymore as an AD carry player.
I'll be honest with you. Moving to assassin meta, I don't think ADC is like any worse off than it currently
Yeah,
is, 'cause
honestly,
it already is a shit
Dude,
spot.
it honestly,
Like-
you're kind of right. Maybe I just
not like
when the
ADCs
assassin meta
are good
comes
right
back
now.
in, maybe I just first build fucking GA every game. GA Bloodthirster, and I just fucking cross my fingers.
The Draven build?
Honestly, it might even be better for you as an ADC main because currently it's like you do nothing in a fight, but it takes you 60 seconds. At least on the assassin meta, I one shot you in 2 seconds and it's over. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Like you're
And
not sitting there the
because-
whole
And because it's an assassin mid and not like a mage or something like that, you probably won't do much outside of that. So even though I'm dead, you're also like kind of
Yeah.
half useless anyway. So I
Exactly.
sort of did my job. I burnt
Yeah,
I
yeah.
burned resources, bro. Type in chat. Alt down.
Listen.
Ignite down. You're
All
welcome.
down. No ult, no ignite. I'm uniting the assassin and AD carry players. That's what I want. That's what League can't handle. If ADCs and assassins unite, bro, the game can't handle it.
They can't handle this. Yeah. I was I was looking for that sheet, by the way. It's like only halfway done. I'll give it another week and it should be pretty much completely done.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'll give you a completed where everyone's at on
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're doing one a day. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that going around multiple subreddits lately.
Maybe not that specific
Yeah.
one, but that's like a thing. Like it's never on like the big main subreddits for like game stuff. It's always like those side off ones where they're like,
Yeah.
yo, what's everyone's thoughts on like the hottest like thing place on like the fucking solar system? I'm gonna go with the sun. Sun's pretty hot, guys. It's like let's put it on a tier list.
Hot sun. Hot sun.
Hot sun. Guys, I'm gonna say something controversial here. I think the sun is hot. Hey.
Damn.
Listen, I know.
That's hot.
Wow.
That's hot.
Yeah, didn't
No.
a patch come out? Yeah, a patch came out today, right? For,
Yeah.
Oh,
League of Legends.
Apache.
It is
Let's
the
go look at that.
Apache
Let's
Attack
look at that.
Chopper was actually added to League of Legends
Oh.
finally. We've been waiting for it.
Which,
Yup.
give it to me. No, it is the Spirit Blossom patch 25.09.
Hey, look, not a
I
shitty
saw-
naming scheme. I'm so happy they changed the naming scheme to being like readable again because that was crap for like they only had it for like 2 or 3
Yeah.
patches, but man.
Yeah, I mean,
I
hey,
just
hey,
I
they
just
wanted
go to
to try
recent
something
patch and
out.
click on it, and then I know what
Oh,
patch
yeah.
I'm on because it's the most recent one.
that too.
I feel
Yeah.
nothing crazy this patch. I know Annie
No,
got a slight
definitely.
buff.
Definitely nothing too crazy.
Boy, Shen.
By slight enough on Annie, I mean her ultimate got big buffed. 5% magic.
well,
damage
they're
across all
yeah,
levels.
the passive on her, but yeah.
Bro, did you see that they touched
Oh,
Nefiri?
good.
They did. They like I was talking about earlier. They had a very good meme with it that was just like, all right, turns out you guys do know in fact what the dog doing. And by God, I don't think it was just anyone knew what the dog doing. I think it was pretty simple that you gave a character
Untargetability.
you gave a character untargetability. People understand. Wow, I can't be hit by something. I'm gonna do this.
And it's a pretty, it's not like an immediate window, so it's like, it lives for like half a second, just generically when a big thing's about to hit me, pop it. Wow, I kind of win the fight now.
Actually, yeah, I feel like you can even cast it like through CC sometimes. It feels
Probably.
It's probably like one of those visual things where it looks
Yeah.
like we were gonna get hit. It's like just the like delay in
The
the
animation.
server and all that,
like yeah,
or the animation. Yeah,
like Tristana W and shit.
Oh,
But yeah,
that was
I mean-
weird.
Did buff Shen again.
And
It's the
Ezreal. I
first-
don't know why Ezreal does it. Tristana W doing that, the buffer doesn't bug me. The Ezreal, I'm like, what is the Ezreal buffer?
I mean, it's the same. It's literally the same.
Yeah, but his
I
is more like a
played so-
flash.
I-
I don't know.
it's weird. No,
You literally
I'm
go
nope.
farther with the Tristana W.
Oh,
What do you
I'm-
mean? The Tristana W is actively a better gap. You get farther away.
it's slower though.
Ezreal.
Ezreal is like not. It's not exactly as fast as Flash. It's a little bit slower to.
I was gonna say,
cast
I think it actually is like Ezreal's is a blink and Tristana's is a dash.
Yeah, but Tristana's gets you further away than Ezreal's would. If I threw a Nautilus Q at an Ezreal and at a Tristana and they both use their movement to get away, the Tristana would be farther away.
But they're both gonna get hit because it's
think-
not far enough.
I think Nautilus is a bad example of that because I think he still pulls himself to.
Yeah.
But I
the good
understand
one
what
is the
you're saying.
Blitzcrank one.
No,
The
no,
Blitzcrank almost always.
Blitzcrank, yeah, Blitzcrank is the one.
But
that
either it doesn't matter though. Either because Nautilus would pull himself to both of them, but the Tristana jump is just a farther jump than the Ezreal.
Ezreal would be so away from him though.
You get more
Tristana.
uptime. You get way more uptime with Ezreal though. His is like
Yeah.
you can immediately do your stuff again. Tristana, you have to like wait for the animation to finish. I think you can use your ult during the W, but that's it. So
I
Yeah.
think so.
yeah, whatever.
And
Anyways,
they really do be trying to get me to play League. They buffed
Oh.
Orianna, they buffed Leona, they buffed Shen.
Did you see Orianna?
Also,
buff
the one
Ashe.
thing, the
Leona.
one thing I saw that
Leona.
they did that I'm
I was
really
thinking
happy
play
about
Orianna.
they did.
is
I also play Orianna, yeah.
I'd never seen you play
When?
Orianna in my life.
It's because I don't get to play mid lane with our fucking friends. Because everyone out of our friend group besides Josh is basically a mid lane.
That is a not.
That is
not
actually true these days.
at
Most
all.
people play support.
I was gonna say also, I know that's not true because I play mid lane now purely because that's the only lane I get to play in our friend group.
That happens actually quite a bit. It's
I
weird.
would love to play
Nobody
mid.
wants to play mid these days. Actually, everyone wants to play support.
We're refer to them as West Coast, Billiam, and Yumi main.
Oh, that's who you always
or
lose it
Kog'Maw
to.
main, either or. Yeah, that's who I always
okay.
lose it to. I'm looking at our friends list of
Okay.
who else I lose it to. Our Jinx main I also have lost it to a couple times. Makes me sad. Like,
Mid
that's
is-
my first
I will say
role, and I'll put like
mid
jungle
is-
and I'll get shoved top
mid-
lane. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Mid is the secondary role to a lot of our people who all share the same role.
Yeah, that's a secondary.
Yeah,
Yes.
And like,
yeah, it's secondary. It's just I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay. The reason, no, I'm gonna bring it up. The reason I get annoyed with it is because one of our people will only play Zyra, and when they get relegated to mid,
Yes.
they will continue to only play Zyra, and it's like, bro,
Or
you
top.
I know you can play actual mid laners. Can you play a fucking real mid laner when you go mid and play Zyra when you're playing support? All right.
I get that, but also just let the man play the champion he named his his account after.
yeah.
And fucking Ed Mains.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Let the guy have his fun, or else it won't play with us anymore.
No, my only issue with it though is I know he can play other champions. 'cause
Exactly.
I see him playing with other people where he plays other champions.
He doesn't
then-
play only Zyra.
And then when he comes to play with us, he starts playing fucking only Zyra, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, you can play another character, but also there have been multiple times where he's like, ooh, what's a good pick into this comp or whatever, and we're like, oh, these are the champions, and it's champions that I know he plays, and then he'll pick Zyra, and I'm like, that was the worst choice out of all of them.
Yeah, they actually.
That was
just-
an act.
They have
just likes
said they
playing
actually are
around,
just gonna
bitch,
one shot
man.
you every
That's
fight.
the problem is he asked for input. He took our input in,
Yeah,
and
but
it's
do you really expect him to keep the input? We know him.
Yeah.
Do we really know him? though?
Also, and I feel like the situation with the other people is the same situation that was going on with one of our friends with Josh, where he was not allowed to play Yumi anywhere else. So whenever he played with Josh, he only played Yumi. He's probably not allowed to play Zyra with the other.
Hey, I
friend
didn't
group.
mind it because I was allowed to be people whenever that would happen.
That's true. But that could be happening where he just can't play Zyra in the other friend group. So when he finally comes back to ours, he's like, I got to play my favorite champion again.
I don't. On that,
maybe.
you know, on that note too, I don't mind if you play Yumi, but you got to give me a heads up. 1, 2, you got to do it late in the champ select, because if they pick a goddamn hook champion, we're like, I need to know honestly beforehand, because I have certain champions I need to ban if you're gonna pick Yumi. I need to pick like Pike is you're fucked, and like Blitzcrank's pretty bad too. Get those two out, you can maybe get away with it like a Nautilus or something, but if I don't have that, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very easy to counter the Yumi lane.
Anyways, speaking of Zyra though, she did get a new skin.
Oh, I thought you guys said she got a buff. I was about to flip out.
No, they did not. No. So the newest, because they're doing the Ionia patch. This one, they're making it the Spirit Blossom stuff. It's the Spirit Blossom patch again, and the skins they're actually pretty good. Some of them are subpar. Looking at you, Ivern. Sadly, Ivern is basically just a reskin.
It is just
Ivern's weird, man.
That being said,
his skins
they
are like,
also are.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they are giving it for free to everyone who plays. It's in the battle pass, and it's the level 10 free one. I'm. Should they give more effort into it? Probably. Is it a free skin? Yes. Is what it is.
Ivern's weird because like just how his champion looks. It's so hard to like design a skin that looks amazing. I don't know. Like the Dunkmaster's like
I feel like you could pretty easily make cool looking Ivern.
The Dunkmaster one's like fine, but it's also like really goofy.
I like.
I do like the old god one. I will say. I think that's a pretty.
Dunkmaster Ivern is supposed to be Larry Bird. I'm pretty sure, and I love it.
Yes.
Josh, you also just don't like the joke skins.
I love Larry Bird.
He liked the joke skin.
Let me see.
I think it's pretty easy to make. It would be pretty easy to make. You can make like
I would say. I think Ivern actually has some good skins. I think the Candy Cane Ivern's really good.
Oh, I don't
it
like
has
that
the
one.
funny. It has a funny emote where he eats all the gingerbread men.
Okay, I do like that though. I do like that.
I think it's a fine looking skin. Not very thematic with what Ivern is. It does like move away from the ideas of Ivern, but skins don't obviously always have to follow that. Dunkmaster again, kind of memey. Old God is really cool. I like Old God. And it also it's still sticking with the like Elder Tree lore of Ivern. Like sticking, it's much more closer to his theme than the other ones.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in game enough. But there's Astronaut Ivern. I mean, I know a lot of us. I mean, I like the astronaut skins.
I don't know if I've seen that one much. So no, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm actually okay with a lot of the astronaut skins. I'll be honest.
Fair enough.
I think they have an issue with their splash arts though, where they look very fucking similar, and it's hard to tell who they are sometimes. Between them.
It definitely has that because it has the astronaut eyes, but I think the astronaut eyes are very cute and very fun.
It's like astronaut. I like Astro Poppy too. I think that's one of her best skins.
Yeah. Ooh, I do wonder what Daisy looks like in the astronaut Ivern skin. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but anyways.
I was gonna say, I love how with the skins we have all this Spirit Blossom, and then we have random pool party Twitch.
It's just
Spirit Blossom, it's Twitch.
It's just I mean it's the classic like it's the spring/early summer release skins that they do. I know they like always drop pool party skins a little like earlier.
We getting pool party Ari this year? Has it happened yet?
We're getting pool party Ari and fucking 2KXO, whatever the fuck
you're
the
right.
fighting game's called. Yeah. They fucking they broke the glass, boys. They said we need money, we need people in the fighting game. Give them Ari in a pool in a swimsuit. By God, we won.
We have been waiting for years.
But yeah,
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Cal, go.
I was gonna say, going back to Ivern, I think it'd be pretty easy to make cool looking skins from. Like you could do like because one, I don't necessarily think that the skins really need to follow the lore of the character. I think skins can just be there to look cool. But you could do like a ruined apocalyptic future Ivern where he's like, you know, he's like a building that has like moss growing all up on him and shit. You know what I mean? Like you could do some cool. Like I don't think it's hard to make a cool looking Ivern skin. based off his character model. I think there's a lot of cool ideas you could have with it. You can make him, you could say fuck it. He's not a tree anymore. He's like a flesh demon, and he spawns like a giant. It could
But
be like a demonic thing, right?
I do think things like that they don't want to do though. They don't want to change too much from being. He has to be tree-esque. I think is like the closest or plant.
Then why does Thresh get anime human skin when he is a dead skeleton man?
Because China.
But I mean, if they'll do it for other champions, I think they could also do it for other champions.
Yeah, but ain't no one buying Ivern skins. That's the difference.
Yeah, but that's the difference. But I'm just saying, I do think if the creativity is there, you could make some really cool ass Ivern skins.
Yeah, they just won't.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Well, okay. I'll go through the ones that are in the battle pass first. So yeah, there's the Ivern one. There's the Pool Party Twitch one, which, if I remember correctly, seeing online, I think again isn't the highest quality skin, but.
No, it feels very close to another skin that he has, the Vandal one, I think it is.
Oh.
Where he has the goggles and a crossbow that kind of looks like that.
Yeah, Twitch has some not good skins, so if it looks like that, not good.
Twitch does have some pretty shit skins, but he also has some pretty alright skins. But anyways.
Ice King one's pretty good.
I
think we've described every single champion in the game right there. They have some good skins, but they also have some bad.
Honestly, that's not true.
I disagree. I think
Yeah.
there are some champions that have some actual, just all their skins along the line aren't really great. And there's some champions where I'm like, damn, my God, they've done it again.
But I feel like the majority of champions some of them are good, some of them are bad.
I think it depends on how old the champion is. If it's like one of the closer to release, some of those skins that came out near like the first 2-3 years are some fucking stinkers compared to the shit these days.
You mean you don't love Lollipoppy?
Do you want some Sonara and Kog'Maw in your shit?
Lollipoppy is a bad example because Lollipoppy has literally been
Also, that was like
that
was one of those so bad.
It still kind of looked like shit. I have it.
No, it does.
Still ain't that great. I want them to bring back the old Splasher because that shit was fucking cursed and I loved it.
Yeah, I know they barely hide the thing in there because like it's still here, guys. It's like
nah, it's not there.
Anyways, and then the final one, a Spirit Blossom Lux skin, I think is the final thing.
Let's go! We need another Lux skin, baby! How many are up to?
Can we get back to last week when Josh said the exact same thing?
That was not my fault. That was not my fault. They keep releasing damn Lux skins.
It was about the same skin. It was about the same Lux skin.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna cover up your bullshit. We need another Lux skin to
it is a prestige. It is a prestige version of it. Did Lux already have a Spirit Blossom? I might have missed it.
I would assume so if the prestige one's coming out.
I loot boxed an Elementalist, never gonna buy their Lux skin.
I re-rolled into Elementalist Lux and I was really happy with it.
I haven't gotten Elementalist Lux yet.
I spent money on it. Tee.
Loser!
The only ultimates I have are the Seraphine one. And I think I got that as mystery gifts. And I have Udyr, which I got out of loot boxes years ago.
I'm so confused. Lux has never had a Spirit Blossom skin. It is just prestige Spirit Blossom Lux. Weird. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, weird.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. And then the ones that are for purchase are the Spirit Blossom Bard, which looks very nice. I like it a lot. It looks very similar to Spirit Blossom Teemo. The style.
Sounds all right.
Same kind of little hat. Spirit Blossom Ash, which looked pretty good from all the videos I saw. Spirit Blossom Varus. Spirit Blossom Zyra, which has done the classic Spirit Blossom thing where, oh look, this character is now human. Way she goes.
This plant-based character is a human?
I know.
Fucking way, dude. It's crazy. They would never do that. They'd never do that.
No. For Ivern, they would never do it.
Ivern
is a male character.
Listen, I know what you meant, but I'm still gonna fucking make fun of you for it.
Sure, bro. Anyways,
Cool start, bro.
And then Spirit Blossom Irelia, which is honestly a pretty cool looking skin.
Dude, the splash art for that skin is so well done. I really like the splash art for the Irelia skin.
I've always really liked the Spirit Blossom skins.
You got a good butt in the skin? Have you got a competition for Frostbutt yet?
I don't know. Maybe.
I forgot that Tech Renekton existed. You're all over here after the lore skins. I'm over here looking at Kark and Gator Boy.
Hmm.
I just forgot that skin existed until I was looking through the skins. I was like, no.
It's been 0 minutes since Lucas thought
last
about
thing,
Renekton.
last thing I wanted to talk about with the patch notes that I think is a good change is lowering the cost of all tier 3 boots by 250 because I don't think maybe at 500 it might be bought before last item, but I still feel like they're usually not super worth it.
Maybe I'll actually finally buy them and remember to do it because I just never remember.
And the other one, the spell slingers, they added like they took off a magic pen to like mitigate the cost, so it's very small nerfs to them, but I still think maybe they'll be bought more often now that they're 500 instead of 750.
You know, here's the thing, right? The tier 3 boots, I just don't even think of their existence because we do all right in winning and losing in League, but by God, do we never get the feats ever. I think when we play in our group, we get the feats like 10% of the damn time.
Listen, bro, I try my fucking darndest. I'll be fucking out there. I'll be fighting for grubs. I'll be fighting for dragons. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, we've lost the feats? How'd that happen? Oh, God. We've had five deaths in the bot lane and our tower's gone. And I'm like,
I was going to say, crazy. Our top laner is 0-5 on Renekton.
That's it.
Hey, it's not Renekton. It's everyone else. Thank you very much.
Someone's fucking dead in one of the lanes, and it's never the. That's all I know. And the tower's almost always up.
Yeah, but
or it's Josh begging me to come bot. I'm like, brother in Christ, the grubs. I need the grubs, Josh. He's like, okay, we're gonna lose tower then. And I'm like, no, I'll be there. And then this tower is destroyed. And I was like, oh fuck, wait.
And then you hear that grubs have been slain. And they're like, no,
more warning than that.
Whereas I was like, oh. Josh, you got it your first game and you're fucked. You're on your own bye. I'm never coming bot lane.
That is the one thing I will say. Josh, I love you, but every time you tell me important information, it is like a minute and a half too late.
Nah.
You will tell me that the bot lane's getting low, and I will like look and I'll be like, oh, it's like dead and you're under the tower. And I'm like, wait, no.
I'm just letting you know it's getting low.
Hey. Better to know than not.
You have a teleport if you're, not the jungler. You could maybe come bot.
Shit, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna start playing Smite Teleport
TP.
E. Remember that? Remember that was a fucking thing.
Listen, Smite Unsealed Spellbook in the jungle, bro.
That
was
good.
Put the Smite as your thing that you're changing. Guys, I don't have Smite up.
We'll change your
I don't have
spell
Smite up.
Boys, don't have Smite and won't have Smite for another 10 minutes.
Actually, just literally don't have
I got
Smite.
TP.
There's actually, there's a bug going on. I don't know if it got fixed.
Sorry,
patch, but there's a bug going on in
cleanse
League.
barrier as my summoner spells this game. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, go past.
Yeah.
Go
There's a bug going on in League currently that if you are in the shop and you right click your recall,
I heard this.
it doesn't just get rid of the icon on your thing. It unbinds recall from your game until you
you can't recall.
you have to leave the game and come back to be able to recall at all.
This is such a funny fucking bug.
You can sell your recall bind. Doesn't give you any money, by the way.
It's
No monetary
fucking
value for it,
hilarious.
but you can sell it.
That's the kind of
That's
bugs
a
we
weird
need
one.
more of, man.
And you can't
that's the
undo
good
it either
shit.
in the shop. So if you accidentally click on your recall, you are actually just fucked
I
for the rest of the game.
I want to see a fucking chrono break in pro. I want to see fucking Faker sold his recall. The advanced
For an
tech.
extra 2 gold.
Faker be like, don't need it as he pentakills the team and takes out the Nexus.
I was going to the bug fixes and quality of life changes, and I found instead I found something about the Spirit Blossom Lux stuff. Apparently, they had talked about wanting to bring a higher quality feel to prestige skins by exploring a range of design choices, because Spirit Blossom is one of their most resonant and beloved thematics. We worked really hard on the Lux one, changing VFX materials, changing animations on not just like her like spell casting, but also like how her clothes and stuff and all that works. So, and they were like, yeah, to give it a more prestige feel, which is always nice to see.
Nice.
QOL. Bug fisses.
I do love how I'm looking in the bug fixes. I see Mordekaiser's passive aura duration was only 4 seconds instead of 5, like it's supposed to be.
Mordekaiser will never not be having a trillion bugs. That champion has got
He
bugs
is the
for his
buggiest champion,
entire
I think, in the
existence.
league. I think that's like an award that he actually has.
Back when it was the whole like reviving stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back
especially
when
that shit.
I still remember seeing the games where you'd go, or
I think it happened to York too, where there'd be games
where you could York would ult somebody, but then you could bug
bug it out with Mordekaiser or something,
and then the York would just constantly die, but res exactly on a spot as a ghoul, but be alive again. And you would have a game where like enemy York would be 0 and 178, and he would just be like in their nexus because you couldn't stop him. You would kill him, and he would just respawn and just keep going forever. It was really funny.
Not seeing anything about the
Yeah.
bug that you were talking
Right.
about there, but I mean, I know
PSA
sometimes.
for all of our players out here: don't sell your recall. You can't get it
Yes.
back.
Not in this economy.
Mm.
Sorry, fixed an issue where if Yone uses his W while he's being hit with a Quinn E, it would fire in the incorrect direction. Our best guess here was he was trying to surprise 360 no scope a W. He should just fire the W in your desired direction now, or you can choose to imagine he's doing the 360 correctly, just really fast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is why I read patch notes, just for the dumb memes where it's like, yeah, we fixed this issue of like a one character versus one character thing that's come up enough that we need to fix it. Anyways, here's a meme to go with that.
Yeah, who's the guy? Who's the guy that writes the patch note? Like, is there like two guys? The guy that does like the actual all the real work and puts the numbers and shit in, and then you just got the fucking memer that's just like,
He's just like,
I'm here to edit.
what the dog do?
What dog?
boys.
What's the dog doing?
guys, we did it.
Drops mic, leaves.
Fixed an issue where Poppy's W could trigger on targets landing after using a teleport. I think I've seen that happen before in a game.
That's
I
really
think
funny.
I think I think it also happened when people were leaving what's it called? The turret, like the teleport in the hex gate in
ARAM?
ARAMs.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I've even seen that happen with that.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
very
Blood
funny.
Song could increase the damage taken from Death Dance and Bleed effect. Oh yeah, this item was supposed to like slowly kill you instead of like you just taking the
Good.
damage. Right? Yeah, whereas actually just gonna kill you really
Fuck,
fast.
fuck Death's Dance. Die faster. Get out of here.
Hell yeah.
Says the 80 carry. I love Death Dance.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know. It's not a carry item. Get that out.
I don't mind Death Stance. My problem with Death Stance is after I buy it and my brain has decided to forget that I've bought it, and I'm like, how the fuck this cunt do a third of my health in true damage? And then I remember that Death Stance damage is dealt in true damage, and that is the damage I'm taking.
Yeah. That's fine. You just get a kill and then it just ignores all that.
Yeah.
Or is that
Boom, bada
or is that
bing.
the other one? What's the or is it Sterix?
You're right.
No, not Sterix.
It is Death Dance that clears it.
Okay, okay, definitely a good thing to change because it was way too strong. But for the symbiotic souls, which were just mobies, they removed the thing where it used to grant empowered recall on every once you got them.
Oh, boo.
Oh,
But now gives a 10 out of combat movement speed as well. So
So just more Moby for your Mobies.
Yeah. I mean, the empowered recall was absolutely way too strong. They were like, it was great for all the supports getting it, not great for the top laners that would win a combat, go back to base, get fucking the Mobies, and be back before their opponent that they killed was.
You're saying it is in fact Mobin time. And
It's
MOB all
Mobin.
over
you know
them.
what I wish they
Oh.
put into
Hmm.
League? A new summoner spell for Summoner's Rift.
What do you want? All right, give me. No, you can't just say that. You gotta have an example.
Yeah, what do
Spit.
you want?
Like,
The other one, actually,
I'm just trying to like.
I got one if you don't have one yet. All right.
Okay.
I
Go ahead.
want Flash, so I can take Flash on both of my abilities.
He's
No,
got his flash
it's-
down.
Oh,
But
man,
does he
that
have
was
a
such
flash
an
down?
original answer. That's crazy, dude.
It's Flash and Flash, so one has to be on D, one has to
Ooh,
be on
yeah.
F, and it's just the backwards of your Flash.
Wow.
So you can LeBlanc dash. That would be fucking awful. I would immediately hate every game with the LeBlanc in it because it's just going to be like, oh.
And then you
I
wait 5
have
minutes to do
a,
that again.
I have a controversial one that I think I want personally.
I also have an idea for one.
And it's purely based on what's it called? In Arena, you can get something that essentially replaces your like ghost ability in it, and it's just Bard's ult around it. But instead, I'm like, you know what? Remove fucking stasis from Zonia's and put it on the summoner spell. And that way, if you want to have Zonia's, it has to be on a summoner spell.
Interesting.
And fucking that way. Also, if you're an ADC and you don't want to get one shot, you can actually take it and not be fucked out of it, because it's like,
Yeah, no.
oh, am I buying a last item Zhonya's as it? Also, then they can make Zhonya's do something that isn't just fucking that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
there being issues with 80 assassins being able to buy Zonias though.
but it's not buying, it's a summoner spell. So the 80 assassin would have
okay.
to, they
Yeah,
would have to
I mean the
forego
80s
something they'd have to forego
like
something
Ignite,
like Ignite or Ghost,
which is
or
which is
Teleport.
already not the greatest summoner spell right now. They had to buff it this patch.
They only buffed
It's actually-
late. They only buffed like late game. I
Mid to
reread it.
late.
Yeah.
I still think that,
But
you know,
I do think
I
Ignite
think
is
as Zed getting Azonias every game seems pretty fucking cringe.
fair.
but
I agree.
my idea would be, it's like it's the other version of Exhaust a support could take, where you can put it on an ally to buff their damage for a bit.
Oh, like a fortify.
Yeah.
They should add
Yeah,
a
that's
summoning
what
spell
they
called
removed.
fortify. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they definitely didn't do it already. Although I used to love that spell because I used to throw it on a tower when
I
I
don't
was in
think-
Tower Dove.
Yeah, it only affects
Yeah.
towers. But yeah.
Yeah, but I think putting it on like having some sort of buff summoner spell for an enemy champion would be good,
Cool.
because then it doesn't feel as, because it's not the same as getting exhausted on the other side because numbers, but it feels better because I think the exhaust feels bad because there's no counterplay to it. It's just like enemy has hit a button on you and now you suck for 5 seconds, or it's not 5 seconds, but however long it lasts.
It feels like it's five years, to be honest. Because when you get exhausted, you're like, I'm useless.
Hey, yo, they don't gotta hit
me,
a
Seymour.
they don't gotta hit a button on me for me to suck for 5 seconds. I'll suck for free.
True.
I mean, no, I'll suck the entire game.
Shit.
I mean, shit. What are we talking
This
about?
guy's playing League of Legends from underneath my desk. That's crazy.
Hell yeah, support your king in any way.
Everyone's
So-
saying I'm out here as an ADC, couldn't have 2 supports when I have one on the screen and one under the desk. Me and you are not the same.
Also, oh sorry, just
Don't look down.
Oh, where'd
back-
Josh go?
back to patch notes. Fucking, they haven't done what I want them to do yet, which is just, if you have an executability, just why is it limited to certain characters having a thing saying, oh yeah, your executability will kill this
Mhm.
person? How about
Apparently,
they did make
it's mostly just it's just only on the champions that have true damage are the ones that have it visually showing it. Except it's not true because Pike also shows. No, he's just true damage, right?
this is true damage.
Yeah, so it's only
Yeah,
the true
okay,
damage
fair
ones.
enough. Fair enough. I guess this the math
Because-
is.
because then it's a
I guess, yeah,
guarantee.
the math is just like done like right away of like, okay, this is the number that. Yeah, that's okay. Fair.
But they, I mean,
you can
they
have-
can still do the math though if it's not true
They
damage.
could.
So yeah, I get it. I get it.
Whatever. It might get into the spaghetti. Feast and consume on Nunu and Cho'Gath, respectively, can be pinged, and it will now tell you the total damage to monsters when off cooldown. So you can tell fuckers like, hey, I have
okay.
my chomp, and this is how much damage it's gonna do.
Nom 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 nom.
You like
Interesting.
Cho'Gath? Yeah, it seems like a lot of decent changes. There's nothing egregious in this patch note.
No, nothing too bad.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Pretty stock
there-
standard patch note.
yeah. Which is honestly kind of surprising given. And then also obviously the Summoner Rift is all different now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It looks good.
Yeah, it actually does look good. Oh,
I'm waiting.
This is a guy that hasn't
fuck,
played a
again.
single normal game since it's been added.
Again, I keep fucking remembering. They changed how Otacon works now. Now it's just always one Otacon. I think it's the one that drops all the roses.
Okay, they got rid of the GA one.
When you kill it, when you kill it, you immediately collect all the roses.
Yes, and all there's no more rose mini game.
It also
call that
turns
a
them
lot.
into the spirit blossom version of the roses, which I'm
Yeah.
assuming will be different than
I
the
hope.
blood roses.
My brain was just like, it makes me feel, I don't know why, but you're gonna kill Otacon, it's gonna spawn all the roses, and then the animation of it sucking up all the roses is gonna tank the fuck out of your frame rate, and you're gonna lose a team fight off it sometime. I feel it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because it's gonna be like, I can't register all of these sucking up all at once.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Rewards: Spirit Petals, cleansed bloody petals, which grant 25% increased XP and adaptive force. And then spiritual purification on takedown. Bless the area around the target, slowing and damaging any other nearby enemies, as well as granting your team a spirit petal. So when you get a kill on someone, it will create like a slow around, kind of like Jin's
E.
Okay, cool.
Passive. Is it, wait, yeah. When does that start applying
I
on
think
Jhin? Is that like a certain level? Because I swear it's not the beginning of the game.
I think that's his E. I think it's part of
Yeah,
his
I think
E.
it's the passive on his E that does it.
But does it like? I feel like he only gets that like after he gets his ultimate or something weird. Because
No,
I swear
it's on his E.
No, I understand it's his E, but I swear he doesn't get it at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, because you don't usually skill your E up first.
No,
Yeah, it's just on his E.
on his E?
It's
Because there's
just on
like
his E.
there's like
Beauty and Death. When Jhin kills an enemy, a Lotus Trap will bloom near their corpse. I think it is though. Jhin has to kill the enemy, so maybe you're
Oh,
thinking
maybe
like in
that's
the
why.
early game, maybe if Jin's just not getting the final kill.
maybe that's why. Because I know there's like
but then-
it's like not Tristan, it's like Sivir, where she doesn't get like her attack speed passive on something until she gets her ultimate or something. Or
Yeah, it's
or W.
because the attack speed passive is on her ultimate, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. So I was
So
wondering if
there's-
I
there's
wasn't
a
sure if it interacted the same way. with
There's
the
a couple characters that I always forget have like they've either moved where the passive is over the years on the champions, or I just forget that it's there. Like Nocturne, I think his attack speed passive is linked to his W.
Yeah, it's on his W.
Kindred used to have her heal was no wait. Am I thinking of Kindred?
I think
or
her heal
Here's the
was on
passive
her
right now.
E for a while.
her heal's on her, but no, I think it's on her W. Or is it now her passive? Anyways,
passive.
doesn't matter.
Part of her
Doesn't
passive.
matter. Shit gets moved around from time to time, and that's why you got to read the patch notes so you know where they are, or you forget.
Or
Just like how
you don't
for
even
years,
read. Or here's the thing too: you could not read the patch notes, and you could just come to our podcast, and we'll just explain the patch notes to you guys.
Hey.
Free plug for people that are already listening to this point of the podcast. Hell yeah!
oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Got him.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I don't have really anything else to talk about League of Legends.
I have a short little thing I can throw in. They're just a
Give her-
quick little stuff for pro play. I don't have a whole lot on it.
Oh yes.
They are on LCS or LTA North. Sorry, they are onto the beginning of the playoff stuff because they're actually doing best of threes.
Mhm.
First game was FlyQuest versus 100 Thieves. It was a close series and FlyQuest won. The second one was TL versus Lion. TL won. The third one was Cloud9 versus DSG. C9 won. And the fourth one was Dig versus Shopify, and Dig won. The Dig one was the only one where it actually went 2-1. All the other ones were 2-0, but they weren't stomps. They were all pretty close games. So
I was gonna say pretty close games and all sound pretty much what everyone was expecting, to be honest.
the only one that maybe would have gone the other way was the Fly 100 Thieves one, because 100 Thieves is decent. But outside of that,
I always forget 100 Thieves is actually still really good.
they've been good
even
for
though
quite a long time.
they've been good for a very long time. My brain hears 100 Thieves and goes back 4 to 5 years when I remember they tried to bring Bjergsen on and that didn't work, and that Aphromu I think was still on 100 Thieves for a bit, and then all of a sudden it's just boomer brain, league boomer brain remembering.
Afro's
not
sad,
even
man.
old.
'Cause Afro was so good, and he just like never really got much better. So as the years went on, he just comparatively got worse, and then just like,
It is the classic in professional league where it's just people were working harder than other people, and some people just got comfortable in what they were doing and didn't really change too much.
And always the people that are getting comfortable are just always from NA every time, isn't it?
Shit.
Ain't that
no,
the
it's-
truth?
There are definitely some in other regions that they definitely get too comfortable in their position and then kind of slack off.
And then they
But
come to NA.
But then they they either come to retire to NA or you know, a hot take. I think Faker's one of those people where Faker just kind of lopes around in during normal season. Playoffs get to come and he's like, all right, I'll try a little. And then he either gets through playoffs and gets to the worlds, or they get to like the play-in and then gets to the worlds, and then fucking eyes roll back. Faker time, boys.
You can't get mad at Faker for not trying during the season when he wins that many fucking world
Wait a
championships.
minute.
I can't at all.
Wait a minute. Is Faker, guys? Okay, I'm gonna break some news to you guys. Faker is actually Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh. When he goes into eye rollback mode, he actually switches to the other version of him that actually is like a god player. And then when he's done, he's just like, teehee, I'm Faker, guys. That's why he's able to look at so many different screens, because he is looking at some, and then his fucking other version is looking at the other, and he's like fucking like Siri backseat driving in his head. He was like, go left at mid turret. Oh, thanks, man. I'm on to him. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I fucking spilled the beans.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
We're getting too close to the truth right now, so I think we should divert away from it, or else the government.
yeah,
of Korea will
that's it.
probably
That's
come
that's
for
all we
us.
got for pro this week.
All right.
The nice and short one.
All
But
right.
we still have some fun
All right.
shit planned right now. We got
Bring it up.
The Laldl.
Laldl.
All right. I'm letting you guys know that this week my typing will be a bit slower.
Yeah, I see there might be a cat on your chest.
Yeah.
Look, you didn't let Lucas pick one last week. Lucas, who are we going with?
Lucas, yeah. Who do you want first?
Let's go Malzahar. Yeah, Malzahar.
Malzahar? Sure.
Nope. No. Oh, mana.
yeah.
Mana range.
Mana
It
range.
is not good.
Not
We're
a
not
mana
gonna lie.
range super old, but still.
Not a human. Not humanoid at all.
Here's the part where I say fucking 16 humans that are ranged and that are male.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Give me.
Ash.
Wait. I am not even gonna type it in because you're a dumbass. But okay.
What do you mean?
Not a human.
Not a human, and
it's
also
human slash 14.
Not a human.
not
Not a
a
human.
human, and also not released.
Oh, okay.
fucking-
That means also. Okay, I didn't know that was
And
the
released-
time code. I
released
never did this until we started the
2010.
podcast.
It says right here. Incorrect. Partial correct. Incorrect.
Yeah, I didn't know if human, void being was like just its own category. I didn't know
That's why
it was
it
two
was-
different categories.
There's
Wait, ooh. Give me Rakan.
I guess he is.
No.
Vestian.
Damn it,
He's a
not
male.
ranged.
He's also a
It
male.
is a Vestian, so it's Zaya.
Oh, and it's also 2014 or 2017. Yeah. Oh hell.
Holy
yeah.
fuck, dude! You actually
Oh,
just
we got that.
you get that was the layup right there.
The horrible guest laid us up.
So was it?
Oh,
I won't lose to you,
that's
Book.
you.
That seems like some Yumi ass shit.
Who's Book?
That says Buki. It's just upside down.
Buki. Oh no.
That's a Zillion.
That looks.
That's
Is it Zillion?
Jace.
That's Jace.
That's
Yeah.
Jace.
Oh, that is Jace. You are right. Oh fuck.
Jace.
I think that's
Passive, right?
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
Wow, we're fucking big.
Emoji. Ash.
No, Varys. No, go Varys. No, go Varys.
No, it's Ash. Fuck it, it's Ash. No, I like the Ash.
Fine. It's 2-1.
Let's say
Okay.
The only reason I didn't,
This is Elise or is this Shaco?
Oh shit.
This is I believe, a Zyra's game.
not. Oh, Zyra. Oh no, he's right. Look, the roots.
Yeah.
Yep.
The roots.
Oh, dead demon.
Please, I've seen enough Zyra
Scrimes.
splash arts. Like,
Crime City.
no,
I think it's Crime City.
Crime
No, I
City.
think it's a
that's
Crime.
not haunted.
I think
It's like covered or something or something.
Oh,
there you go.
Syndicate
Good
colors.
fucking bro. Besides
we
the
fucking-
whatever the hell Lucas said in that very first section, that was fantastic.
True.
Holy
And
crap.
you know who we
That was the
and you know who we
pop-off.
can thank? You know who we can thank? This guy right here.
Thanks, Bandit.
Good job, Bandit.
I was gonna say we got classic in 3 and everything else in 1. Also, the only reason I said Ash for emoji over that is it was only 3 things, and if Ash would have only 3 things to me.
It would be
True.
it would be
Which
that
was-
plus hawk and then ice.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's like the easiest one for Ash, and I think Varys would do Varys 2 men. No, yeah,
True.
that'd be 2 men.
True.
And then something like a red or purple like icon or the color. Get back here,
Yeah.
Mike.
Well,
Come back here.
I
Well,
think your mic had the right idea because I think that's it, man.
you know what?
yeah, we're
Shit,
fucking
you're right.
we're goated.
You know what? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
No, I just fucking I need to tighten the fucking. It's like one of those things where like when I move my boom arm, it will stay. But the second I like touch, yeah,
and then
the second I touch it,
the second he touches that mic arm is the same speed that you need to be hitting that fucking subscribe
Because
button.
every time you like, I get this feeling. And every time you sub, I reach for the stars.
Won't you feel my comment fast? I want you to
assuming
last.
that's a
Feel
Now-
your what?
Now join me on that bell. All right, we're done here.
All right.
See you later,
Well,
guys.
that's
There's the
yeah,
actual
we did it. Take it easy.